Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. Thanks, Phil, for arranging the webinar this morning. I know we have about 30 minutes, so we'll get straight to it. Just wanted to introduce myself. I am Tracy Kellogg, and also on the line with me is my colleague, Janet Rudebeck, who you guys have probably all met at some point. We wanted to just jump on a quick call today with you all since we weren't able to meet at the dealer meeting in person last month or the month before. Just wanted to share a few of the new features that we have rolled out in FieldEdge that we feel are super beneficial to dealers in helping them increase their revenue, become more efficient, and also help keep your techs happy. We do want to mention that we are still running the 0%, or I'm sorry, 0 upfront costs. So no implementation fees for Yandle customers now through the end of April. And we're also running several other promos as well. So just wanted to take a few minutes, like I said, to share some information with you all. It's going to be very high level, touching on service agreements, performance pay, so paying your technicians spiffs for upselling and selling service agreements, etc. And also going to touch a little bit on the mobile app, since we know that for those of you that may be looking for software, we know that we want to be sure that the technicians are able to use that mobile app easily and efficiently in the field. So Janet, I'm going to hand it over to you now, and then at the end of about 25 minutes into the presentation, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you all have. I will also provide you with Janet's contact information. So we'll be able to chat with you a little bit after the webinar as well, and hopefully schedule a few minutes to run through a more customized, detailed demo for you all and talk about the things that are really important to your business. So with that, thanks so much, Janet. I will hand it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. And can you hear me okay? Just to confirm?
I sure can.
Okay, and you can still see my screen here, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, so good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this today. I'm super excited to kind of run through just a few features. This is a pretty robust system. FieldEdge does handle everything from front of the office to the back end as well. The technicians have the mobile application in the field that they are using to create invoices, quotes, take payments. We do have a live integration with QuickBooks, which means that there is no batch and sync process that people are so familiar with. Anything that you do inside of FieldEdge will automatically reflect in QuickBooks for you. So ideally here, the goal is to just show you a couple highlighted features, some of our more popular features. And then I would love to show you a more personalized demo one-on-one so that we can really dive into your business and your needs, what you're looking for, what your goals are, and really show you how you can get there inside of FieldEdge. So one really important thing, like I said, I talked about the QuickBooks integration very quickly. I will show that on a live demonstration as well, how QuickBooks and FieldEdge talk to one another. That is the biggest reason why people choose FieldEdge specifically. Being able to eliminate that batch and sync process, really it's an unnecessary headache. And that being eliminated is huge. The second biggest reason why people choose FieldEdge is actually how we handle our maintenance plans and service agreements. So on the dashboard here, this is basically, you're going to get a glimpse of your financials. You're going to get a glimpse of how your service techs are doing. We will help with marketing as well. And then right here on the dashboard, you'll be able to see a snapshot of your service agreements. So, we actually do full 30-minute to an hour classes on the importance of service agreements and what they can do for your business. And, if you're listening to this, I'm probably not telling you anything you don't know, but maintenance plans are the backbone of a lot of HVAC, plumbing, and electrical contractors' business. But there is a massive, miss because they are really hard to manage. And it takes a lot of manual hours, so we want to be offering these aggressively, but we only have, 150 plans because that's really all we can handle in terms of making sure customers get their appointment, making sure we're managing them properly, things like that. Like I said, second biggest reason why people choose FieldEdge specifically, because this is extremely important. It is the easiest way to add money to your bottom line. It's the easiest way to make your money back after investing into a software like FieldEdge. So here on the dashboard, you'll be able to see how many active agreement customers do we have? Do we have anyone expiring this month or this week as well? So, we want to be actively signing customers on, but we don't want to be losing 5 people out the door every week as well. So we're going to make sure that you have a nice, easy list to get these customers renewed. Technicians are going to be easily able to offer these on the mobile application in the field. They will be able to sell these immediately and have the discounts automatically applied today. So if you buy a service agreement today and it gives you 10% off going forward, you will get that 10% off today. But what really sets us apart from our competition, like I said, the biggest issue with these things is managing them. Okay, so we are actually going to do automatic outreach to the customers for you, letting them know that their maintenance plan is due. And that looks like a pre-recorded phone call, a text message, or an email. And these are going to go out 3 separate times. So let's just say you get a service agreement sold in the field and their tentative appointment date is going to be March 1st. Well, 2 weeks before March 1st, 1 week before, and a day before, they will get these automatic outreach, letting them know that their service appointment is due. Please give us a call so that we can get you scheduled. That way the customers are coming to you instead of the other way around. When we were actually building out FieldEdge, we've been around for about 41 years, and we were Desco or ESC. FieldEdge is a cloud-based version that's been out for about 6 years now. And when we were building this out, we hired a company called Hobson to go out into the field and do some case studies for us. And they came back with a number that I thought was pretty crazy, but they found that the average dealer spends an hour and a half per customer just to get them scheduled for 1 maintenance appointment if they're on a manual process. And that was 7 years ago, so I'm sure it's a lot more today with all the spam calls we're getting. So this way you do not have to waste your time in the office reaching out to them, and they will come to you when they're ready for their appointment. So you come into your communication templates and you can edit what these messages say. This is a very basic email, but you can make this look nice and pretty, maybe include a link to your website if you want to, but either way, they will be getting that message to reach out to you. You have control of each reminder as well. So if you want to change the verbiage on the 3rd, this is our last attempt to reach you, please give us a call. Let's say the customer does call you after that first outreach. It will automatically turn off the second 2 so that we're not just bombarding your customers with automatic outreach. And that way they can call you when they are ready. You also have your handy agreements tab here as well so that you can filter out any customers that may not have gotten their appointment. We want to make sure that everybody is getting their appointment. You also have control over when these maintenance plans occur. I was actually talking to a customer or a potential customer yesterday, and he said that he does not offer these because it's really hard, when it comes time to, at the end of quote unquote maintenance season for them, customers are wanting to get their plan and then it ties up their schedule. So you really have control over when these reminders are going to go out, when these appointments are going to occur, so that you can manage these maybe during a slower part of your season so that you're not doing maintenance appointments during the summer. Another thing that's really important too, like Tracy said, spiffs and commissions. So this is a newer feature of ours. So a lot of times, when I'm doing demos for customers, we have the consumer in mind, we have the homeowner in mind. So the end customer experience is very important. We want to make sure that they're getting their quotes and invoices on a timely manner, that they're easy to understand, easy to read, that they can make payments very easily. But something that I don't think is talked about enough is taking care of your employees as well. It's really hard to find good technicians. It's really hard to keep technicians. So one, being able to have an attractive process for them during the day is important, which, I'll kind of touch on that with the mobile application, but instead of having them have to write everything down or look up in a manual price book or ask a manager for pricing in the field, we want to make sure that they're armed with as much information as possible. Okay, so we want them selling as much as possible. So why not spiff them out. Why not motivate them to upsell? Again, like Tracy said too, upselling is huge. You know, we can do that with financing, but if we have a little bit more motivation to upsell, indoor air quality accessories right now are very, very popular. You know, we want to be offering those as well. Service agreements, like I just said, also something we want to be offering. You know, so you can actually go into your items list in FieldEdge and access every single item that you sell as a company, including service agreements. And you can attach either a fixed dollar amount or a percentage to the spiff. So basically, I'm just going to click into this inventory item that we have randomly here. Make sure that it's active so that we can access it in our price book. And I'm going to scroll down here to our performance pay. So it's very easy. Right now, we do have a 5% commission attached. So all I have to do is click this edit button, and here's where I can either add a percentage amount or a fixed dollar amount. So this way, anytime a technician is selling this in the field with their mobile, we will have visibility into it. Once we hit save, that will automatically attach, and we have access to these awesome reports. So you can run these at the end of every month, at the end of every quarter, at the end of every year, you know, how often you are paying these commissions out. FieldEdge will run a very nice report for you, letting them know what items did they sell, what was the allocation, how much do we owe these employees. Now, take this with a grain of salt because this is a demo field. So obviously our allocation in here is 100%. So obviously this would look more like 5%. This employee, if it were real life, would be doing very, very well. But either way, it will let you know what do you owe each employee at the end of every pay period. So this is something that's going to be, you know, a lot of technicians, even if it's $5. You know, I sold a company a few weeks ago who was very excited to finally be able to offer service agreements, and he's going to pay his technicians $10 every time they sell a service agreement for the first 6 months that they're live on FieldEdge. You know, to really try to, one, make money back quickly and make their employees happy so that they want to go out there and work. And then another thing here I want to show too, and Tracy, I'm just going to keep going, but if you cannot see this, please let me know, is our mobile application. You know, in a live demonstration, I will actually pull up mobile live. I will schedule a job out so that you can really see exactly what the technician is going through in the field. But here, you know, I'm not able to pull up a live version of it, but I wanted to show you just a few screenshots just so that you can kind of see an idea of what this is going to look like for the technicians. Technicians are going to be using this to clock in and clock out for the day for timesheet purposes. You know, so every employee is going to have hours in. We have our full service application, which with the full service application, technicians can clock in and clock out, access their work orders for the day. They can look up customers. They can create invoices. They can create quotes. We have fully integrated FieldEdge payments as well, so they can be taking payments in the field. They can offer financing. We have an integration right now with Green Sky, so if they want to offer financing within the FieldEdge mobile application, they can. If you need to be ordering any parts from Yandle in the field as well, we do have a very handy part request. If you're out on a job and you need to order or request a part, excuse me, out in the field, technicians can do that. We also have the capability to expense things digitally in the field as well. You know, we really, really want to eliminate every single piece of paper, especially on the technician side, because, you know, invoices are easy to lose, receipts are easy to lose, you know, things fall under the seats, things get lost, you know, and then they're not even legible sometimes as well. So if you're losing one invoice a year, you're losing money. So we want to make sure that everything is in one place and digital. So this is an example of, you know, a pending work order. So you will be able to send your schedules to the technicians digitally. You have a couple options. Technicians can see their full schedule in a list view. You can have them see one work order at a time. You can schedule multiple work orders, or excuse me, one work order to multiple technicians. So if we've got crews out there, we can easily schedule work orders to them. We also have our helper application and our installer application. So we have the free helper app as well. So if you do have any installers out there who really just need to be able to clock in and clock out for time tracking purposes and access their addresses for the day, we do have that option. That is something that's really popular that I understand not a lot of our competition offers either. So I always like to mention that. We have what's called supervisor mode as well. You know, every technician is only going to be able to see their own schedule. You know, they will not see what every other technician is up to. It will be their own. But we do have supervisor mode. So this is going to be for our service managers, for our owners that are still out in the field. They will be able to see all technicians and where they are and where their work orders are. We can add new customers in supervisor mode. We can even lightly dispatch out, require a dedicated dispatcher in the office, but being able to dispatch from the field as well, you know, if in the event your office manager is sick or things like that, it's just a really good backup plan to be able to have so that owners can go out into the field and still have great visibility into how the business is doing. You know, what are we up to today? Our price book. So we have plenty of options for price books in the field. Like I said, we want to keep everything digital. So if you are using a flat rate or time and material, we can handle both. We actually purchased CoolFront 2 years ago. So if any of you are familiar with the CoolFront flat rate price book, we bought the company 2 years ago. We are rebranding it to FieldEdge flat rate. So if any of you guys are currently using CoolFront and you saw an email about some rebranding, that is all that is happening, is that we just have the company fully integrated now in our mobile application, and it will just be called FieldEdge flat rate going forward. Their logo might change from blue to green as well, but everything is the exact same. It is still the 30,000 parts and 16,000 services that we have already loaded in to the mobile application. You are ultimately setting your part markup, your labor rate, and we're applying that in the field as well. So we do have that option for the fully integrated CoolFront price book in FieldEdge. You also have your items list again, so that technicians are going to be able to access this in the field to add to their invoices or quotes on the fly. Keep in mind, we are constantly wanting to offer service agreements in the field or thank our customers for being loyal customers who have service agreements. So you will notice here, we are constantly going to be showing both the standard price and an agreement price, whether they have a plan with us or not. You know, so this way they're saying, all right, well, look at that. I'm actually saving a lot of money because I have a service agreement. Or they could say, man, I could be saving a good amount of money if I had a service agreement with you guys. You know, so the technician is lightly offering these things in the field. You can easily just add the service agreement they choose as a line item and get it sold in the field. One thing I did forget to mention when I was talking about service agreements earlier too, is that you have the capability to offer multiple tiers. So if you know, a lot of companies I talk to, they already have a leg up because they're offering agreement plans, but they only have one, which makes sense because it's probably the easiest to manage if you're on a more manual process, just one plan, one discount, you know, much more easy. With FieldEdge though, since we're automatically applying discounts for you, you can offer multiple tiers. You know, you can offer gold, silver, bronze. You can offer them on monthly payment plans as well. So if $240 today doesn't sound great, we can do $20 a month. You know, so you do have the capability to offer multiple tiers. So when you see this select an agreement button right here, what this will do is it will actually take you to a full menu of all the agreement plans that you offer. You know, technicians often hand the phone or the iPad over to the homeowner. They can do a little shopping, see which plan makes more sense to them. All technicians are building out their invoice and or their quote. You actually can't see it, but right here in this gray area, it will say you could have saved or you have saved. So we're automatically doing the math. So if a customer does not have a service agreement with us, we're actually letting them know how much they could have saved if they had one. You know, so on these bigger ticket items even as well, if the customer is going to be saving about $100, you know, to $200 on that call, and you have a plan that's about $100 to $200, we're automatically applying that discount today. So they're going to break even, and then they're actually going to have a maintenance agreement with you. They'll get, 2 calls a year, things like that. We're able to hit authorize. We are able to take signatures. Again, we're able to take payment. If there is an email address on file for the customer at the end of every single work order, we are going to automatically email a copy to the customer. We also have the capability to do multi-option quoting in the field. So basically, you're just going to toggle back and forth. If you want to build out a proposal, you select quote here, and then you can build out the multi-option proposal as well. So you can have up to 5 options within one quote. So if you're doing a change out proposal, you'll add those options. You'll email it to the customer. The customer can approve and accept a quote, on site. So if you're doing a kitchen table situation where they're going over everything and they're making a decision right then and there, you absolutely can accept it on mobile live, or you email them a copy. They'll review it later. They can actually go online, review the whole proposal, accept the choice that they want. And if you have also signed up with FieldEdge payments, they can actually go in and make a down payment. They can make a full payment online as well. So then you have visibility in the office on which option they have chosen in the field. And like I said, all of this is digital. All of this is just going to be select, touch points, swipe left, swipe right on the mobile application. So it's really foolproof. You can't really mess this up. You can customize this, have as many different pictures, descriptions on each item you have control over as well, to just really make this easier for the technician in the field. And guys, that really wraps up all 3 items I wanted to go over. Like I said, I would really, really love to get to know you guys, get to know your business, show you a more catered demo where we will dive much deeper into this software and see how it's going to work for you. The best way to get in touch with us, is just to email me directly or give me a call. Tracy, are we sending out a landing page or anything like that?
Sure. Yeah, we can certainly do that, Janet. So everybody will be sure to have your direct contact information so they can reach out and talk to you a little bit about, again, their business and also some of the Yandle specific promos and incentives that we're running through the end of the month.
Perfect. So if you guys are interested, very easily just email demo@fieldedge.com, DEMO@fieldedge.com. I'm actually going to give you guys my cell phone number as well. So if you just want to give me a quick call, it is 404-520-9843. So either shoot us an email, call my cell, reach out to your territory manager as well. I'm working with all of them. They, can help facilitate a call or a meeting as well. But I definitely want to make sure that we get questions answered, that we get on these demos. The fact that we're waiving these implementation fees right now is actually really big. These are distributor specific promos. This is not something that we're running company wide. So in order to qualify for the waived implementation, you do need to reach out to me so that I can give you that discount. But I would love to meet with all of you, and I appreciate you guys joining us this morning.
Yeah, I know there's a chat box at the bottom. I'm not sure if we can unmute everyone, Sam, but just before we end the call, just was curious to see if anyone had any specific questions for Janet. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys are able to sort of raise your hand at this point or not, but we will be sure to get a piece out to you all today, so that if you are at all interested in just chatting with Janet, no obligation, no pressure, she's happy to jump on a call with you and talk through some of the items you might be interested in. Right now is really a good time. We know that summer is rapidly approaching. Obviously, we're located down in Atlanta, so not too far from you all. I know it's beautiful out today. It's going to start getting warmer soon. So like I said, there's still plenty of time for one of our implementation specialists to walk you all through the onboarding process. Most of the dealers that we're working with today are actually able to get through the onboarding process and get up and running in about 3 to 4 weeks. So, now's a really, really good time if it's something that you're considering at all. We'll make sure you're very well taken care of throughout the process. And then, of course, follow through with our customer service reps once you are onboarded and you've gone live with the software. We've got a dedicated team that's there to support you throughout the life of the relationship as well. So we really hope to hear from you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Don't be shy. Let us know what questions we can answer for you. And we'd love to see you more.
And Tracy, one thing I did want to note, sorry, if you guys are able to see on the right-hand side, there is the landing page where it says learn more here. It is a link, fieldedge.com/Yandle-webinar-2021. If you can see that landing page, it is in the chat feature. It will take you immediately to the landing page where you just fill out your information, and I will actually get an email and I will give you a call. So whatever is easiest for you. If you want to go ahead and quickly access that link, click on it, save it, take a picture of it. That information will come directly to me as well. So just want to make sure that you guys have, the easiest way to get in touch with us available.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, everybody, for your time this morning. We look forward to hopefully speaking with you very soon, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in the fall at the dealer meeting. Hopefully it'll be rescheduled in person.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, everyone.